Well, last night I went out of the house and drew all sorts of construction things, and then had dinner and drew the bar, kind of, sort of. And the bar included these drawings here. And I thought, in my cunning plan, I thought I would add some ink wash to them. Now, clearly I'm not at the bar right now, but I'm going to do it anyway. This is sort of against the rules with some urban sketch people to not draw on location, but people do it all the time. They do their line drawing on location and they watercolor it in. So I'm not cheating by, if they allow that, they can allow this, right? That's what I say. So this one I drew with a pen that had brown ink in it and a pen that had blue ink in it. And the brown ink seems more permanent than the blue ink. The brown ink doesn't seem to be dissolving as much. And what I was drawing on is vellum envelopes, which I bought from a neighbor who's a printmaker. I mean, not a printmaker. He's a letterpress guy. So clearly, this is working differently because of the dissolving, the non-dissolving. What I was doing, the brown was for the bourbons and the scotches, and the blue was for the vodkas and the gins, sort of. And there were little bitter bottles over here, I think. I can just zoom into just a tiny little area of bottles at a bar. And usually bars are dimly lit. Not unlike the clientele who are lit as well, including me. I got a little lit last night. And I'm not happy about that decision to order 4 beers. So this was the last drawing I did, and you're seeing my water glass and my beer glass, and I should have been having more of the water and less of the beer. And then it was on this sort of faux wood grain, or actual wood grain bar. And I sort of was drawing the way I'm adding the watercolor right now. I was sort of being very aggressive with my mark making skills, or lack thereof. And anyway, it was a thing. And it was okay, except that I had more beers than I really wanted to. I thought I'd have 2, and I had 4. But what I did do, I talked to people next to me, and the people on the other side of me, I don't know if they were on a first date or a last date, or whether the first and last date were one and the same, or they could have been married for 5 years, but there was something about it that made me think they were on a first date. And I don't think it was going very well for them. There was just something about it that seemed not quite successful. I don't think she was very happy. I'm not going to do anything with this one because this is perfect the way it is. Now, why is this perfect? This is the one that I zoomed in real close to. 1, 2, 3, 4 bottles. This one had string wrapped around it, twine, and these were 2 similar companies, but I don't remember the name. But they almost become a little cityscape, or I don't know. There's stuff that I like about them. The other thing I was drawing, this construction site. One of them had a building that had these big curtains, dust curtains, I suppose, that enclose the floor that's being built from spreading its debris all over the place. Here was another one that had the billowing curtains down here. It reminded me of a clipper ship. And I got another drawing of it that I liked here. The first one I did. Where is that? It's not it. Well, anyway. When I see things that remind me of other things, I like that. I looked up and here it is. I was suddenly drawing the sails of a square rigger. And some guy on a skateboard came over and watched me for a little bit, and he was a little, I don't know. I wasn't sure if he was a homeless person or not. Not that there's anything wrong with homeless people, but I was, he sort of came up with me in this sort of weird way, like I thought he was going to ask me for money, or I don't know what. But anyway, he didn't. But again, it was just this beautiful full fabric with beautiful shadows and creases and lines, and against this very stiff rectangular building. And then here was the crane on top. Another one with the crane on top. Now, one of the things I am planning on doing eventually with these transparent things is there's a lot of construction going on in my building, and I'm going to make an animation where you'll see layers of drawing, and I'll move the layers, and it'll, I hope, in my mind, I'm thinking that it will end up sort of conveying the chaos that I see on these construction sites, where this person is doing this and someone else is doing that, and there's hammering over here and drilling over there and gossiping over there, and So how did this work? Was this successful? It might be. It might be a thing. Bye.